So while I'm on the topic of the fighting nerds, I want to talk about Michal Oleksiejczuk and him absolutely starching Gerald Meershaert in his fight at UFC 319. Michal Oleksiejczuk has been a guy that I and many others have had their eyes on in the middleweight division. A really talented fighter, has a lot of power, and he did exactly what he needed to do. Gerald Meershaert, we have to get this out of the way, is nowhere near the Gerald Meershaert that he was before. Going into this fight, you had a guy in Oleksiejczuk who needs to prove himself in the top of this division, going in against a crafty vet, and this was the exact performance he needed. My fan's background again. Cool. Keeps on cutting out. Pissed me off, but you look at Michal Oleksiejczuk, right? And wait, correctly. Alright, we're good. He's on a two-fight winning streak now. Just TKO Joe Meershaert, TKO Cedric Dumas, which we know, all jokes aside, all rest aside, he is a really good fighter when he's in the cage. Then he lost to Sean Magomedov by unanimous decision, who has only lost to MVP. He got submitted by Kevin Owens and Michel Pereira, knocked out Chidina Jokalani, got submitted by Caleb Barala. He definitely has a lot to work on in the grappling department, but now that, are you kidding? Whatever, I'm just turning off. I'm turning off the fan, whatever. Um, but this move to the fighting nerds, man, and what I was saying in my previous video when I brought this up is this is probably the, well, without a doubt, the hottest gym in MMA right now. You got Flavio Alvaro, who is the head coach, 49-11. I don't know much about him. Felipe Douglas, I really need to sneeze. Um, Carlos Bartes, which I did a video on. Thank God I had pink towel just in case. Um, but yeah, the Bartes who just absolutely demolished Jeff Neal. You got Michal Oleksiejczuk, who we're talking about. Denise Silva, Karine Silva, who had an incredible fight on that card. Diego Moises, who's a veteran. You have all of these names. Varolo going into a number one contender fight in September. John Silva going into a number one contender fight against Diego Lopez the week after. This is an incredible team, dude. Mauricio Ruffy and most of these guys either aren't in the UFC or haven't broke out yet, but this is the gym you want to go to. This gym, marketing wise, style wise, team wise, everything around this team so far has been picture perfect. And yeah, Ian Gary lost or Ian Gary beat college protest. This team is huge, dude. This team, the amount of engagement they get, with their fighters, with their own Instagram, this is exactly the team you want to go to. And for a guy like Michal Oleksiejczuk, who is on a two-fight win streak, he's 3-4 in his last seven. He's looking better and better each fight. I really do think that in this gym, um, with these guys, that grappling game for Michal Oleksiejczuk, they are going to round that up. And what I want to see from, or at least with Michal Oleksiejczuk, is I want them to take their time with him. Where is he now? He is Am I blind? Michal Oleksiejczuk. Where is he? I can't find him, but like, I would definitely. This is welterweight. That's why. Yeah, I need to go to the middleweight rankings. Rankings. Go to middleweight. View division. Whatever. So, in this division, oh, I forgot. Same thing happened in my other video. I actually had to go and pull up the division from. Uh, Damn it. That's annoying. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is like, especially in this division, right, where you already have a guy like Taylor Barolo stepping in, ready to fight for the title, you know, uh, wherever we find him here. They have him 25, so the people around him, right, Kelvin Gastelum, who just lost to Joe Pfeiffer, Shabazian, who's on a good run, I would not. I would actually, I he's fighting Andre Muniz, never mind. Bruno Ferreira, very tough opponent. Um, but didn't he fight Bruno Ferreira? No. But like, you definitely have Jung Young Park moving in to fight Oliskarov. If he commits to the grappling, I don't think you need superb grappling to really make it into the top 15, but you're definitely going to need it come this top 5, man. Like, you look at these names, I know recency biased because Dufarsi is still a good grappler, submitted Israel Adesanya, but again, we're just gonna go his home judgment, which he did have an incredible fight. I don't want to come judge my opponents. That is on the honest truth. But like, you look at a lot of these guys, you have some strikers here, but you have a lot of elite grapplers. Hernandez, who just submitted the Wednesday. This is, I believe, the same thing that I said with Carlos Broadtest. These guys can break into the top 15. These guys can become major stars for the UFC the same way we did with American Top Team back in the day, and AKA when, the Strike Force merger came in. This is, in my eyes, without a doubt, a camp that fight to fight. And you're starting the protest right briefly. I know we're only going off one round. These guys have something different than all other gyms. And this is exactly what he needed to do, man. I think that he will really, really round out into being a problem for anybody in the middleweight division. Um, but as far as who I would like to see him face after getting this major knockout over Meershaert, I don't want to jump the gun immediately. I don't want to have Oleksiejczuk go in there and fight, Jared Cannonier just lost. But like, Cannonier's perfectly. I don't want to see him fight Cannonier or MVP or like jump up the rankings immediately. This is a guy that you can take a bit of time with, and Brandon Allen will be a very tough fight for him. But again, if he can round out the grappling, it will be a really good test for him. And you look at all of these guys, right? Like, who really is a name that you remember? Who, when they're on the mic, you're gonna listen to? Hamzat, 100%, one of the biggest stars. Dricus, major star. Nazarene Imavov, kinda. He's iffy on the mic, I find. Renier de Ritter, good on the mic. Izzy, good on the mic. Hernandez, good on the mic. Whitaker, like, beyond the skill level in this division, you have a lot of fighters here where you can match them up. You can build the fight, most likely it will be a prelim fight. Maybe he cracks into the main card. I wouldn't do it, the fight after. I'm talking about main card of a pay per view, that is, or numbered events, however we're gonna call it. But this was one of the best decisions I've seen in recent memory. Um, and man, he looked incredible. He looked phenomenal. The thing that Michal Oleksiejczuk has always needed is a bit of patience and more knowledge on the ground. Those are the two things I think that this guy needs. Poland too, another European fighter that is gonna make his name, right. Um, Completely agree with what MMA Guru said about an MMA Europe card, and this would be a prime example of a guy who you can throw on that card, and if he has another performance like he has had in his last two fights, big name, will get a lot of attention. But yeah, he did exactly what he needed to do, and hindsight is 2020. I and many people believe that Gerald Meershaert could present Michal Oleksiejczuk with a lot of issues, but he didn't. He went out there and did what he needed to do, and I really want Michal Oleksiejczuk to make it in the UFC, man. I really do like seeing this guy fight. He's been in the UFC since 2017. No contest against Khalil Roundtree. KO's Gian Volante. This guy gets submitted by OSP. Jimmy Krilluk beats Modestus Prokakis. Shamil Gamsatov, he killed in the first round. Lost to Dustin Jacoby. Beats Sam Elvey. Cody Brundage. The one thing that I think he really needs, he's going to get at the fighting nerds. I have a lot of praise for what this gym has been able to do across the board, fight wise, training wise, promotion wise. I have to give these guys a lot of credit. They are making MMA fun in that. And, you know, let's see if I can find it in this video where they did the um fighting nerds versus city kickboxing face off fight. Let's see here. No. Right versus well, like, you guys remember this, right? It came out one of the pay-per-views, and it was a major it was probably one of the best promotion clips that the UFC has posted in a while. That's not the right one. Let's see here. Okay, maybe what I can never find it, but whatever. You guys remember it though? They did. Well, I have this picture right here where they're all together, right? What they did, the one where they were all lined up. Volk and Joe and Silver were at the front. You had Izzy and Barawa. Like, this was a major, major promotional thing that they did. that one of the biggest promotional things that UFC has done that I actually praise them for, and I really want them to do more of. I think, a lot of the fun back in the day was, again, AKA versus American Top Team, or, you know, um, Kavanaugh and Connor Hayes Camp against um, Adominop, well, however you say his name. Um, Well, yeah, man. I cannot stress enough. This camp is different. This camp is. They are doing. They are doing it exactly how I would do it. They are building both a social media presence and an elite group of fighters at their Oleksiejczuk, Parates, Baralo, Silva. Um, Dude, it's incredible what they're doing. But let me know, what did you think about Michal Oleksiejczuk's performance against Gerald Meershaert? What would you have him do next? And do you think that the fighting nerds can help him help him round out the grappling deficiencies? But I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say down below. I don't know if I'll make any more videos on this card. Maybe I will make one tomorrow. Yeah, let me just pull up the card. Anyways, uh, no. So I talked about this fight. Sir Sakayev, I may actually do a video on him. And, oh, that's Tim Elliott win, man. That's Elliott. When I had a bad feeling about that fight, I didn't think Elliott would finish him. I really didn't. But absolutely, I'm gonna talk about those two fights tomorrow. But let me know, what would you do with our boy Michal Oleksiejczuk, wherever he went. Well, there he is. Who do you want to see him fight next? And do you think he can become a top contender in this division? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support recently. And that's what I got. Later.